This is Goku Sun DBZ, and welcome back to a new top 5 list, or Fave 5 as I like to nickname and call them. As you know, last time in my Fave 5 I did top 5 favorite Dragon Ball characters. This time is going to be top 5 favorite Dragon Ball Z characters, and for just the occasion, I put on my Dragon Ball Z over 9,000 shirt. I felt was suitable for this list. Though I'm not playing Dragon Ball Z music in the background. This is actually from Dead or Alive 2. It's Ryu Hayabusa's theme. With that said, coming in, honorable mentions. Let's get that out of the way over and done with, shall we? Honorable mentions from Dragon Ball Z. Honorable mentions, first up. 16, as in Android 16, which I like, the big silent type, and I thought he was actually a somewhat interesting character as he went on, developed. He wasn't like, of course, the Dr. Gero typical androids, obviously. He cared and loved life. 17, and of course 18. Though the ones who really had, though 18 obviously became important given later on would have a daughter obviously with Krillin. With that said, I feel 16 actually showed more overall character development in the short span he was on the show than actually, well, 18 showed, and 17 really didn't show anything. It wasn't until Super we saw any changes. Also, honorable mentions. Dr. Gero, because he was a good villain, and of course the mastermind behind the Red Ribbon Army. Honorable mentions from some of these characters which were in the movies but not in the actual series. And those are Cooler, Broly, which I feel is kind of overrated. Cooler was a badass when he transformed into his ultimate final form and you had Disturbed music playing in the background. Perfect fit. Garlic Jr., which is a very underrated character in my opinion. He would appear in the first Dragon Ball Z animated movie, of course, that being obviously Dead Zone, which was the first of like, I think it's like 16 or 17 Dragon Ball Z movies if I'm not mistaken, excluding, of course, Battle of the Gods and stuff, though I guess technically speaking, that is Dragon Ball Z. It says even though it's technically Super Timeline, whatever, it's confusing. Also, honorable mentions, Goten, of course, the younger brother of Gohan. As well as honorable mentions go to Nappa. Shut up, Nappa. Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu Force. I'm sorry, I love Ginyu. He's just so good slapstick comedy. Him and the Ginyu Force, and then again transferred over to the Frog when he did his change ability, which is interesting, but kind of annoying at the same time in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Also, last honorable mention is gonna go to Kid Trunks. And with that said, coming at number 5 is technically, I guess you could say, a tie for number 5 between all the forms of Buu. Majin Buu, that is. I do like the young, innocent, more, fat Majin Buu. I like him because of just how ridiculous and funny he acted at times, and of course turning people into candy and chocolate is terrifying, in all honesty, in my opinion. I mean, really, that's kind of creepy if you think about the fact that this giant, insanely powerful pink entity, it looks like it's made up of bubble gum, can turn you into candy and then eat you for a snack. Yeah, that's kind of creepy when you really think about it and how twist up and effed up that really is. And yes, I say effed up because I keep this PG rated. Tied is Future Trunks, coming in Why does he get on the top when Kid Trunks? Because I find the voice actor does the English dub of Kid Trunks kind of annoying. On the other hand, Future Trunks is awesome and badass sounding. The voice actor, he's just cool, and he makes Future Trunks just such a badass with the sword. Comes slices and dices and everything, and then blasts into oblivion. Of course, robotic Frieza. And then, of course, his stupid father, King Cold. Really, names with that race of aliens. Think about it. King Cold, Frieza, Cooler, and from the other universe, Frost. What's next? Popsicle? Just saying. But my personal favorite form of Boo is actually Super Boo. Just because he's the intellectual one of the bunch. He's like the smartest villain, really, if you think intellectually, since Cell. And that's number 5 slot. Coming in at number 4 is actually, strangely enough, another tie, and it's interesting. Some people may be surprised that this character's so high up on my top 5 favorite Dragon Ball Z characters, but whatever, I don't give a crap. Tied at number 4 is Cell, which is, of course, one awesome villain. Don't get me wrong, I love Cell. And the fact is that Perfect Cell and stuff, a lot of the voice work was actually done by my all-time favorite English dub voice actor for anime, which also did the voice for Yusuke Urameshi in all 112 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, and that being the always awesome Justin Cook, which is usually executive producer on almost all English dub now from Funimation. Justin Cook has worked his way from being a voice actor to one of the top ranked people in all of Funimation. That's pretty impressive. But combined, tied with that is, of course, the ripoff of Hercule, and that Hercules, and of course, obviously I just said, is Hercule. In the English version, it's just Hercule. In the Japanese uncensored version, they say Mr. Satan, and then sometimes they say his full name, Hercule Satan. But Mr. Satan, I just prefer Hercule, Hercule. Yes, pawning yourself off is the king of the World Martial Arts Tournament and make yourself sound so super powerful and fool lots of people. Yeah, and then when you get whacked like the insect you are to Cell, you say, it's a trick, it's all fake, I'll prove it. And then you got proven wrong. Also, I forgot to mention one other honorable mention. That's his feisty daughter, Videl. And coming in at number 3 is the always awesome, done by Sean, which of course voices Goku. He also does this character coming in at number 3, and that is my 3rd favorite character, hands down, of the series, King Kai. Love King Kai. I love his slapstick, bad comedy, bad humor over ridiculous jokes. But that's just me, because I've always been into cheesy, corny jokes and slapstick comedy, so for me, King Kai was definitely the pick. I just love him and his little miniature planet and everything. He always adds a lot of extra comedy to it, but at times he can be very important for talking about things like he's, for instance, the one that told us originally about the race which got wiped out by the Saiyans, and that was the Tuffles, which would later play a key role in Dragon Ball GT series, which is no longer canon, but Legends. Coming in at number 2 is my all-time favorite normal villain of the Dragon Ball Z franchise, and that is Frieza. Comes in at number 2 slot. Love Frieza. He is so important, and the fact then he came back, made a brief appearance in GT, and became heavily into Dragon Ball Super in importance. Yeah, Frieza has always been a really important character, and I personally like the voice actress who did Frieza in Dragon Ball Z over the guy they went with in Dragon Ball Super. I prefer the original voice actor, which also voiced in Yu Yu Hakusho, Genkai. Just a little fun fact. Coming at number 1 is a tie between the son of Goku, the prodigy, which would end up defeating Cell just by getting more mad. Okay, it allowed him to ascend to Super Saiyan level 2, as we know, or Super Saiyan 2, or the Ascended Saiyan of Super Saiyan. Yeah, it's a mouthful, I know. And tied at number 1 is the awesome, as always, edgy badass of the whole franchise, Vegeta, which I dare say I like Vegeta almost as much as Goku, and that's saying some. Goku is my all-time number 1 favorite anime character of all time. I'd easily have to put Vegeta hands down, maybe in my top 5 or top 10 favorite anime characters of all time. He's definitely my favorite anti-hero of all time, though he definitely started as a real jerk, to say the least, in Dragon Ball Z in the end of the Saiyan saga with Nappa. And that's it for top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z characters. Leave a comment, tell me, who is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? I hope you enjoy a lot of the music I play, video game and anime music. Big announcement I have this weekend. I'm going to start uploading gameplay from the new Spider-Man game. So I hope you enjoy it, and of course it will be in all glory, HD 1080p, 60 frames per second. So hope you enjoy it. I've actually been having a blast playing the game. I mean, the graphics, the web slinging mechanics, it's a lot of fun. It's very enjoyable, though I tend to die a lot. To be fair, it's still early on, so I'm grinding, trying to get my stats and abilities up. But it's cool. I love the leveling up system and everything. But anyways, I'll cut up this video, and stay tuned next week for the last in my 3-parter, which is, of course, top 5 favorite characters from Dragon Ball Super / GT. I'll be curious to see reactions on that one and what your opinions are, which series you think was better. Some people would say storytelling-wise, maybe it was better in Super, but I think quality of the animation, a lot of things, you could tell a lot of effort actually went into GT with certain character designs and backstories. Also, fun fact, a couple years back, I actually, another reason maybe I'm a little biased on Future Trunks is a few years back at anime convention, I attended TsubasaCon, which is pretty cool convention, usually the second weekend of every October in West Virginia, of all places. But I got to meet the voice actor of Adult Trunks, and a few years prior, I got to meet the voice actor of Tien Shinhan from Dragon Ball Z, and Super. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And also, I want to quickly give a shout out to a really cool fellow YouTuber, which I highly recommend you check out if you're into metal music. His recommendation, some of his videos, like 5 Reasons series on different metal artists and why people hate the artists. It's fascinating. And that is CKN Cover Killer Nation. Give a shout out to you because you definitely deserve it. And I always get a kick out of the live streams with you and a few others. Anyways, see everyone next time for comic book pickups and future gameplays. Hopefully I'll have a gameplay uploaded tonight or tomorrow. This is Thursday evening as I speak. But I'll see you then.